everyone. Welcome to Infigon Talks. My name is Ramani Desai and I will be the host for today's interview. Infigon Talks is a part of Infigon Future's flagship program where mentors from various institutes motivate and inspire aspiring students across the country. For today's interview, an avid reader with a passion for writing, loves and gives academic career advice. We have Ms.Ruhi Jain. She has studied economics and statistics at St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. Ms. Ruhi has successfully led various events and organizations in her college and has scored the highest scores in the first and second year of Bachelor of Arts. She was a marketing lead also for various several college fairs. Hello, Mr. Ruhi. Welcome to Infigon Talks.
Hi, Ramani. Thank you for having me here.
Yes. So, as I was talking, you were the marketing lead for various college festivals and also the organizer of finance for one of the Mumbai's celebrated college fest, Malhar. So, how do you build such leadership skills?
Thank you for that question, Ramani. I think that leadership skills are best built when one does a variety of different activities. So, constant exposure over a long period of time will really help hone and build those leadership skills. In Xavier's, particularly, there was like a plethora of opportunities, various events and fests that kept happening. It, like every few months, you would hear, oh, this post has opened up for like this thing. And that's one thing I love about Xavier's. It's just the ability to have so many different chances to lead. And I think that's how one builds those skills. You struggle initially, you make mistakes, and then as and when you continue, you get more confident, you understand how you lead teams, and then eventually you can do that successfully. So I think that's the biggest thing, having those opportunities. And sometimes in life, you can also build those opportunities for yourself. If you happen to be in an environment where you can't, when you don't have access to such things, you can
Yeah.
build it in multiple ways. Exactly. So you can, put the word out amongst your friends and peers that, hey, in your college or in your class groups, if you get opportunities that are open to everyone, irrespective of which college you come from, please let me know. Or you can put up a post on LinkedIn saying, hey, I'm open to doing X, Y, and Z. There are just so many ways people can go out and create opportunities for themselves in this digital era that I think students must tap into. And the second thing, which is very important, is surrounding yourself with the right people. So there'll always be those friends who will support you in your ambitions to, lead a college festival or do something different. And there will be those that don't. And it's up to you to decide which friend circle you want to surround yourself with and be in.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And as the old saying says, that failures are the stepping stone towards success. So yeah, you have to take whatever opportunity comes your way and make the best out of it, unless and until you reach the level of the place where you're satisfied. So yeah, and also a great leader in the making here in the interview. That's great. So also that you have mentioned you have passion for writing. So as an artist, what kind of content do you write? Is it genre specific or something that just an inspiration flows through you and then you just write it down? So what is it?
Wow. Okay. So, like again, writing can be two ways, right? You have academic writing and you have non-academic writing. And since
Yes.
we're at Infigon right now, I think I'll talk about academic writing first, and then I'll talk about non-academic writing.
Yeah.
So for academic writing, at least in my college, again, like that's my area of expertise, right, Xavier? So I can talk about that.
Yeah.
We had a lot of research papers and a lot of journals that we could contribute to. So I had the chance to write a paper on Modinomics and the impact that has on India's consumer sentiment. I had the opportunity to write in blogs where I wrote about the Venezuelan currency crisis and about the experience economy. And when I began writing these things, it's not like I knew exactly what this topic was. I had this idea of, oh, I've heard of this someplace and I'm really interested to know more. And so I did a lot of
Yeah.
research, read a lot of papers and journals and articles. And once you do that and you have all the information in your brain, then the dots connect and then you're able to write something which is original, which is your own. And you can put your own sort of flavoring to that. So
Yeah.
I love that part of writing, and that kind of also carries forward to non-academic writing, which I especially adore and love. and that is like creative writing. So I'm the author of a fantasy fiction book called The Sea of Gillette, and it's on Amazon. I'm also the author of the
That's
short story.
wonderful.
Thank you. I'm also the author of a short story published by HarperCollins. And I think that one should always continue doing what gives them joy. My daddy always tells me that no matter how busy you are, take out 10-15 minutes in your day to do something that is just yours, something that's your calling, your passion. So for me, I just love spending time writing in that sense.
Yeah, that's very much delightful to hear that, you had such a spark when you were speaking about the non-academic one. A little more spark I could see there. Obviously, an artist speaking passionately about his work is something which, anybody loves to hear. Yeah. So, and also your daddy, yeah, so she really tells you the right thing, I feel. And yeah, that's amazing. So coming back to the questions, you're pursuing a degree in bachelor's that is in economics and statistics. So why this choice for this particular stream? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a question that I've been asked quite a few times. And I know I'm supposed to give a very thought out answer that, oh, I did a detailed analysis and A, B, and C. But the truth is, I opened the newspaper one morning and there were articles, right, about RBI's cut interest rates and XYZ is happening and businesses, this is happening. And I couldn't really understand what did it mean when someone says interest rates are being cut. What did it mean when you say that the economy is expanding? And I
Yeah.
wanted to know what that was. Now all other subjects and fields are incredible, but economics and statistics I felt for me personally was the one that would help me understand the newspaper in the morning. And so I took ecostats. In retrospect though, I'm very glad I did this because I have seen amongst my peers in college there is a lot of opportunities after ecostats. So I have friends who are doing their CFA, so they're going down
Oh,
the financial route after doing economics and statistics. I have friends who are pursuing masters in economics or masters in statistics after studying this because they're very keen on those individual areas. I also have people who are doing an MBA. So you just have a lot of opportunities open to you. And I love that about the subject combination. This was, of course, in retrospect. At that moment, all I thought is I need to understand newspapers. And that's what it helped
yeah.
me.
So what are you planning to do after you get your degree in economics and stats?
Yeah, so I'll be working with Citibank as a management analyst. I'll begin my job next month, and I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, there are many opportunities for students after Xavier's. I can elaborate on them if you want.
So different career options, as you said. So what are the different career options in your domain, especially in your domain? So the job opportunities, as you're speaking, or the master's degree. So can you elaborate on that? Like what how a student can explore more after pursuing bachelor's in economics and stats?
Yeah, sure. So um, I would like club this in two things, right? One is economics and statistics, and one is the BA degree as a whole. So I know
Yeah.
more about economics and statistics because that's my class. And so, like I had mentioned, like I'm going into financial services, which is banking, and I'm in the role of an analyst. I have friends who are entering consulting, working with McKinsey or Bain or BCG, Dalberg, various consulting companies. You also have CPG companies, and you have, for instance, you have Hindustan Unilevers that comes to our campus to recruit. At least they did when my recruitment season was there. And so you do
Yeah.
have a variety of industries and roles. So I'm an analyst in banking, but my friend would be doing sales in Hindustan Unilevers. Or you would have someone else who is doing a lot of consulting work, right? So you have a variety of opportunities and roles and industries. All those things exist. And if you zoom out and you go to BA as a whole, although I'm not aware of the subject specific job opportunities, I do know people who are pursuing content creation for new social media, companies, and people who are interested in startups and are doing cross-functional roles. Because startups would have like a team of 5 or 6 people, and you will be like the marketing person and let's say the salesperson. So you have a lot of opportunities after Xavier's, and I think what really helps is at the college when you do so many activities and festivals, then you have those data points on your resume to say, oh, okay, I'll be good for a Citibank job because I've done finance or I've done like for example, I led finance for Malhar, so I had something for that. If there's
Yeah.
someone who wants to get into content creation, they can say, oh, I did content creation for this festival in college. So you're linking up what you want to do with what you've already done. And that's what Xavier's allows you to do, or any good college that offers you a bunch of extracurricular opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. Because what happens is, there's a lot of stereotype that goes around it, regarding this bachelor's of arts that, oh, there's no job opportunities after this or after that. I'm like, and it's like very much frustrating to somebody, who has done a career or has been successful in that field. Because you might be an engineer still sitting at home doing nothing, and you might be a bachelor of arts or any other degree which is not given as much as importance, and doing great in that. So as you mentioned that, people should be made more aware of how many job opportunities lie, as you categorize them in, eco and stats, and also you categorize them BA as whole. So yeah, so thank you, that was really insightful that you mentioned and cut it down and explained us in a very sorted out manner. So yeah, that's great. So as I was speaking about career though, mentorship is an integral part to choosing the right career for oneself. So what is your take on this? Why should one get proper mentorship in order to shape their career? Why is like mentorship, like what kind of mentorship or from where mentorship? So yeah.
Yeah. So I wholeheartedly agree that mentorship is very crucial, because there is always going to be someone who's done more than you have, or who has walked the
Yeah.
path that you want to walk on. Someone who has learned the same things that you want to learn in the future. And they would have a perspective that you wouldn't have. They would have made mistakes that you could avoid, or they would know opportunities that if you don't know about, you're going to miss out on them. So I definitely feel mentorship is amazing. It's great, and I also think you have situational mentorships also. So at one particular time in your life, at one particular point, you may need a certain kind of mentorship, which as you grow and evolve, you may not need anymore. But all those people in your journey are important. I'll give you an example. So at Xavier's, when I wanted to do a fest, like when I wanted to do Malhar, I got
Yeah.
in touch with the person who had been the last OG of Malhar, the organizer of Malhar. And I
Yeah.
asked this person, yeah, so I asked this person, hey, so what does this job entail? What would my day to day look like? What would I have to do if I want to get this position? You know, what skills would I need to learn, and how often would I need to brush up on those skills? So all these questions that you have someone to ask it to. Now that was at a college level. Even when it comes to a job search level, there are so many people who
Is it
have,
Sheila again or me?
pardon. So even with like a career search, you will have people who have maybe got the job that you want to have. And so you can speak to them. You can understand from them, okay, when I write my CV or my resume, what things should I highlight? What would they be
Yeah.
looking out for? So I feel like mentors can be situational as well. And in Infigon's case, you provide mentorship for education, and that's great. And I think students should be open to mentorship, be open to learn, be open to saying, hey, I don't know anything, and I'd be really, really grateful to learn from you if you're willing to, spare your time. So I think that it should never become an ego issue, because you have to be open to learn and to change and to grow, and you have to trust the other person to have your best intentions in mind.
Yeah, definitely. Seeking proper mentorship from, proper mentors is need of an hour, I feel, because many of the people, just focus on STEM subjects and really don't know that there is a whole lot of bunch of ocean of job opportunities or career out there. That might be your liking, but just that you're not aware of it. Maybe you just don't look into it and do something what everybody is doing. So yeah, as you mentioned, that seeking proper mentorship is really important, and also the thing you mentioned, that you have to trust the process, trust the person in front of you, that he has the best intentions for you. So yeah, definitely. So lastly, any advice would you like to give the audience? You would like to share some insight on your college or something like that? Please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So, for anyone who's interested in applying to Xavier's, it does become tougher if you want to enter at the BA level. So like after 10th, you have 11th and 12th, and then you begin your degree college, right? Your 3 years in Xavier's if you're doing a BA course. So it becomes
Yeah.
tougher to enter at the BA level. You'll have to have a very high percentage, like 98, 99. And for
Oh.
those students who, are sure that they want to enter Xavier's and they know this is the path for them, you can enter at 11th and 12th standard. So at 11th standard, after your boards, if you apply for junior college at Xavier's, your percentage requirement would be lesser. And I'm talking about general category students. It will change according to like quotas and stuff, but I know like I'm a general category student, so I can talk about that. So
Yeah.
like for 11th standard, you will have a lesser percentage requirement, which is more attainable. It will still be above 90, but it will not be like 99. So if you enter at the 11th standard level, junior college, you will then have in-house quota, which means that the degree college will absorb a majority of the students who come in from 11th and 12th. And automatically
Oh.
also you will not have to attain those like 99 things. You can, again, like if you get a good score, you will get into degree college. And then once you are there, your 12th marks will determine which subject combination you get. You can give your preferences, but if it's a very in demand subject combination, then they will look at your marks and accordingly allocate you. So for anyone who thinks that this is for them, I would suggest stepping in at the 11th standard level. But if you're still unsure, you want to explore something different, then yeah, like take a chance and enter through the BA level. I have friends who've done that successfully, and it's an amazing experience for them as well. And another thing to keep in mind is just be aware of the university and college and their grading patterns and how lenient or how strict would they be in their exams. What do they test in their exams? Do they test bookish knowledge or do they test actual like learning? Is something that you have to do your research and find out for yourself. Each college is different, and I think that students should just be aware of what they're getting into before they enter any university or college.
Yeah, definitely. Your research actually helps because you know that what you're actually getting into, as you said. So, yeah, definitely. So, here is where we end our interview. For the viewers, I would suggest that if you want to get your hands on information on Xavier's College, please, go check their website. The college is amazing, as Ms. Ruhi said. So, and here is where we conclude our interview. For what it's worth, drop a like, share, and subscribe.